Trouble. We weren't getting any sound apparently. Oh my
but
gosh.
that means that we have comments.
That's right.
Okay.
That does. It means that we just get to do our intro all over again. Ho!
Last chance, miracle match.
We're back. We had some we're having some technical difficulties, it seems, with the old wired microphone. Pardon the wind. Admittedly, the rain got the best of our other microphones. We're trying to heal them. But can you hear us? Can you hear us on the last day of Miracle Match? Andrea saying, there's the sound. Sound is on now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoa, it's back.
Hey.
We're back, Andrea. And we are here to keep on having some Miracle Match fun. Some triple match fun in the final hours of Miracle Match. While the video may have been muted, don't worry, and Olivia and I were talking away, but just to summarize, here we are, everyone. It has been 2 months filled with your generosity and matching support for the rescues here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, from the largest tiger to the smallest hybrid. You have had an impact on every single one of them, and today is the day where you always have an impact on the cats, but we know how effective that impact is during Miracle Match, and that effectiveness ends tonight at midnight.
OMG. Well, Judson, you and I were commenting kind of at the beginning of the live. You missed it. Thor came right out, sped right past his box, straight to the good stuff, and I said that's symbolic of all of you getting straight to your 3X gifts. So we're excited. Not just Thor today. We're gonna go down the whole kind of line of tigers here, our youngest tigers here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. I'm excited. They're excited. I'm glad we have sound now, and I'm glad we have comments. Yay!
That's right, and we're going to be visiting with a variety of tigers here in Wild Woodlands today for our last chance live post today, and I'm going to get some hellos in, and then we'll probably start circulating. We saw that Thor Jr. does have a Miracle Match box. We will be circling back to see him enjoy that. He's getting a jump on some of the scattered enrichment in his yards. Happy Hump Day, Bree MacArthur, and happy last day of Triple Match, Bree, as well. A lot of loud and clears coming through. Henyada saying, I'm wearing my TWS merch to a metal concert tonight. Rock on, Henyada. Hopefully someone asks about it. I bet they will, Henyada. That's always so fun to hear. What an eclectic audience we have, and eclectic music. Marcy Sanborn, hey Jenny, it was so nice to have met you last September. Thank you for all you do. Looks like Jenny Wires here. Jenny, what's shaking? Happy last day of Miracle Match. There's Faith saying, loud and clear, I can hear you.
Woo!
Glad to have you, Faith. Emily Bella saying, I already donated during the Triple Match.
Yay!
Well, great to hear, Emily. If you would subscribe to our e-newsletter, we're about 15% away from our total goal, which is awesome. That is a small gap to close here in the final hours. And Emily, it's taken folks like you for us to get to that point. So thank you.
Exactly, and if you give on today's live post, please let us know so we can shout you out. That's all part of the fun too, is interacting with all of you on these live posts. If you have a question, but of course today when your donations are tripled, especially in these final hours, let Judson and I know in the comments. We want to acknowledge you and celebrate you as well.
I think that's a cool thing about today. It's not just a celebration of the cats and the life that they have, thanks to you all giving during times like Miracle Match. It's not just a celebration of all things Wildcat Sanctuary. It's a celebration of what your support makes possible. And cats like Thor Jr., he gives us those types of reminders. I mean, all of our rescues give us those reminders of what you're making possible. And today's a day for you, Olivia. I think that's kind of what I was trying to drive at. It's a day for our supporters to feel excited about what they make possible. Of course, to edge in some of the last moments to help continue all that happens here at the Wildcat Sanctuary on a daily basis.
Well, and of course on live posts like this, Judson, also just to enjoy the cats that you support. So, all those things. And I like seeing that Thor is enjoying himself with one of those blood sickles there. It looks like he made it around to his chicken pieces. He has once again passed over the box, but I'm hoping he'll circle back around later too.
Well, speaking of circling, let's maybe get a jump and go visit with some other tigers here in Wild Woodlands. Nova, Indy, Dash, Miss Daisy. We're going to check in with all of those striped rescues this morning.
Off we go.
All righty. I can make sure I'm catching up on comments. Anthony Ruggles saying, love what you guys do. Well, thank you for that, Anthony, and we appreciate you being a part of it. Look at that, Maria Vaughn, 100 stars, helping us edge a little bit closer towards our goal. Thank you for that, Maria. Love you, love all of you, from Laura Powell. Thank you immensely. Thank you for that, Laura, and we love you guys too. It's just again kind of reconnecting what I was mentioning earlier, the sense of community that we're able to share with one another here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, that shared sense of success when we get to help our rescues as we do. It's an amazing thing, and I love hearing that and how you guys are able to take part of it, and most importantly help make it all possible.
Indeed, and maybe shout out to our caretakers over
Yeah,
here, Judson, doing hard work and doing some habitat maintenance. Looks like hog rings, maybe zip ties, work that we've highlighted during Miracle Match, and things that your support goes to as well. It goes towards our awesome caretakers who are, I say, experts in their
Oh, look at this crazy tiger go. Mr. Thor Jr. was reaching up to the far kind of peak of his platform there on that post. Olivia, let me see here. I saw someone getting excited about a gift that they gave over the phone. That was Cheryl Harden saying, just donated by phone. Cheryl, well, thank you. I'm sure you talked and wonderful. And just like Olivia was talking about how essential our caretaking team is, it's our whole team of staff members and everybody kind of playing their part and doing an expert job at it. So, Cheryl, thank you for giving that gift, and we were just so happy that we got to share that with you over the phone in person.
Hi, Nova.
Hello. Hey, pretty girl.
Finding a little chunk of beef, and that makes her a very happy tiger.
And thank you for that, Chef. And we just have some absolutely marvelous weather today as well. About 54 of you currently watching with us. Happy Wednesday. Happy last day of Miracle Match. We're at 11:59 p.m. tonight. Your donations will cease to be matched for the rescues of the Wildcat Sanctuary. It has been 2 whole months of raising for the rescues here, and well, Olivia, we've knocked out a variety of goals, and we've been able to kind of help visualize some of the things you make possible here, whether it's some of the new roofs we help fundraise. We're doing it for Dash and his new golf cart. We have a wonderful little thank you video that put into perspective some of the things you've been helping us with these last 2 months, and really just to drive home that these are real, tangible things that you're helping with, and how thankful we're for that.
Yeah, we really are so thankful. A number of things, and just what we've covered, Judson. It spans everything from caretakers, which we've already covered, to medications, and then maybe to more abstract things that you wouldn't think of for first and foremost. And we've covered 2 roofs that are very, very important. So I just am so thankful and so amazed, as we always are, by the generosity of all of you. And knowing you said we're about 15% away from our goal, at least we were yesterday, and so to know that today, I have confidence that everybody will show up for the cats, huh, Nova?
I do, especially with comments like this. Maria Pagano saying you'll be calling in today. Marvelous, Maria. I know that I've taken a donation via phone from you, and that is so awesome. And I think that's a good segue, Maria, because from 3 to 4 p.m., well, at 3 p.m., Tammy is going to be doing a special Wildcat wrap-up, and we hope that you'll be tuned into that. And simultaneously during that Wildcat wrap-up, Tammy is going to be promoting a special phone call power hour where myself and the lovely the lovely Olivia, it's a double lovely Olivia because it is the truth, we'll be taking your phone calls. We are hoping that if you would like to give a gift during Triple Match in the final hours, Olivia and I, during 3 to 4 p.m. today, Central Time, are going to be manning the phones at the Wildcat Sanctuary and taking your gift in person. So
Yay.
Tammy's going to be highlighting that during her special Wildcat wrap-up at 3 p.m. today. And just know that from that 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. hour, Central Standard Time, we are doing a power hour where Olivia and I, a phone call power, I should say, where if you call 320-245-6871, you're going to talk to myself or you're going to talk to Olivia if you choose to give a gift and take advantage of the last chance of triple match, Mr. Dashers.
I'm excited to talk with all of you. It'll be very, very fun.
Yeah, so hey, Maria, I always love when the audience helps give this this talker a good segue, Maria. So I appreciate you encouraging me there. Trevor Gleister saying, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Trevor. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful babies, aren't they, Trevor? And it's glad to have you, Trevor. You're always checking in on our lives, and we appreciate that.
What do you think, Dash? Still puzzling out? I see a couple more.
Oh, I thought I heard something out of the corner of my ear.
I see some paper flapping in the wind.
And of course it's like a mile away back that direction.
I think we might just have to see the results.
Okay.
Which is, equally as fun.
We could get some votes in the comments. Do we keep hanging out with Dash here as he puzzles out some food? Not that I wouldn't absolutely love to, Dash. Or do we see what Thor Jr.'s doing with that box? I think he's getting a little destructive with it. As opposed to Dash, he's more in a cruising mood. Olivia, I'm pulling the ripcord. We are zipping back over to Thor Jr.
We're getting in our steps today, Judson.
Well, the Wildcat Sanctuary is our oyster today, and it's not like we are going to not come back this direction. I saw a snacking tiger. Olivia's maintaining course, rightfully so, but let's get over and see.
It's happening real time, everybody.
Yes, what Thor Jr.'s doing. He said, I need to pull my tiger weight and help promote this last chance of triple donation. So it's time to start ripping up this box that you guys made. And you bet, Thor, I scented everything. He says, thank you.
A blood trail over there, too. He's got lots of fun little pockets of things within this enrichment. But he did take out that box, didn't you, Thor?
He took it right out. Sometimes the cats will do a good job at kind of destroying it in a really, maybe a kind of like a marketing forward type of way, Olivia, where, you can still kind of decipher what's on the box, while the tiger or lion, what have you, is biting it or tearing it apart. But this time he went right for the kind of text there on the face of the box. But and a little added perfume to a barrel here. Winona's not the only barrel lover here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Definitely, isn't going to move through the barrel as fast as Winona. She is just...
Winona definitely is the queen when it comes to that.
Yeah, just... Oh, Mr. Handsome, is that some good smells?
Well, I'm glad that he finally kind of activated here.
Even got something able to... Welcome if you're just joining us. Happy final day of Miracle Match to all. And of course, a big thank you for getting us to this point, and a final push, a final nudge, a final ask of encouragement here in the final hours as your gifts are still tripled, but 11:59 p.m. today, Central Time, they will conclude to be tripled, and it has been a whirlwind of your support for the past 2 months, and we know, Mr. Thor Jr., that we can stay excited, stay driven, and stay motivated in the final hours to extend and stretch our support to the cats. Maria Pagano asking, where's Indy? We will be going right over to Indy.
Don't you worry,
I'll
Maria.
admit, sometimes you got to use your ears here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and I was hearing a destructive Thor across the way where he was going at his enrichment over here. So I zipped back over to Thor Jr., but we're going to be zipping right back over to some of the other tigers here in Wild Woodlands. And it's always worth setting a goal for ourselves. I'm always, I think, as I've kind of learned here from, the master herself, Tammy, there's so many different ways that she helps encourage us to step up and give for the cats. And a simple one, of course, is just setting a little goal for ourselves and knowing things are triple matched. We can always start small and knowing that small amount is going to grow even larger, Mr. Thor Jr. So, hey, what if we try to raise $200 on this live post? And whether you're watching right now or watching later, we would love for you to contribute to our goal. That's one of the things about these live posts is we may be setting a goal for ourselves. Look at that, Mr. Thor Jr. But it does not have to conclude when this live post is over. If you're watching later and we haven't met that $200 goal, boy, would we appreciate you contributing and knowing if we reach that $200 goal, that $200 is triple, becoming $600, Mr. Thor Jr. Man, so awesome.
I feel like he's charging up right now, Judson.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm having quite the camera work over here, tracking Thor and his playing here.
Let's see if anyone's given so far.
Yeah, thank you, Olivia. I know I just kind of set that goal for ourselves,
I know.
but I see Faith giving the Miracle Match link to the donation page on our website.
Nobody's given so far. I'd love to see who's gonna be first on triple match. Let's see. I like the goal. Anything helps though. I know we set a goal, but even $5 becomes 15, and so on. So anything is very helpful and very generous, especially on the last day of triple match.
Well, and that's a good little bookend for Mr. Thor. He came over. Well, just as I said, well, we'll keep moving. We've got Thor taking his ball to his favorite little spot. He almost has kind of a little moat almost that runs through his habitat. And the aquatic enthusiast that is Thor Jr., the white tiger, he is going to find any bit of water he can. Since it isn't yet pool season, but he's got that little kind of moat running through the middle of his yard. And yeah, that's where I rolled that ball out of when we were placing the enrichment. And oftentimes where I'll see him make pit stops and horse around.
But over to Indy as requested. We'll stop in with Nova and Dash on the way too, and then I'm hopeful that we can check in with Daisy as well.
Yeah, Daisy. Maybe, just maybe. I know yesterday, but navigate. You never know. Yeah, but we're never one to cut a good time short here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and especially on the final day of Miracle Match, and still about 60 of you watching. Hello. I know certainly we've been talking about all the ways financially that you're able to support Miracle Match, but if you're watching right now, you're able to share. If you're able to comment, you're liking this post, loving it, reacting to it, that's going to help get the word out as well. Margaret Case tried to donate but got an error message. Margaret, if that was through Facebook, I would suggest perhaps maybe going to our website. First of all, thank you for even considering a gift. That's frustrating that you got blocked in the process, but perhaps Facebook just needs a little bit of a shake-up, and you can move over to our website if you would like to continue giving that gift. But thank you again for considering.
And then I see Lori Naden said that you donated. Thank you, Lori.
Lori!
Appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Lori. Of course we do. And Cats Like Dash says, I appreciate you. Cats Like Indy, she says, I appreciate you. Speaking of Indy, where are you, goofball? I saw her zooming around a moment ago, Mr. Dash. I think we're going to get a chuff of appreciation.
Hi, handsome.
Dash is, he says first of all, he says, I'm always ready to put a smile on your face. And Dash certainly is a testament. It's crazy to think, how old is Dash now, Olivia?
He is 4, but will be turning, he is 4 and he will be turning 5 this year.
In November, exactly. So, Dash, I think, understandably so, sometimes it's hard to kind of visualize when we're rescuing these younger cats. Think of Dash, think of the Ukraine Pride, and we say things like lifelong care. And we mean that here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, but it's hard to imagine that, but just think about how much time is flying here, Olivia, is the support that you have given when you met Dash. That support is lifting him up now, and it's going to continue to lift him up, and opportunities like now during Miracle Match are times to help sustain that support for cats like Dash. And it's just so hard to bottle when we know that we're going to be caring for these cats the rest of their lives, and we're asking you to help kind of defray the cost of that. It's hard to visualize, but knowing that Dash is a little cat, he may be close to 5 now. He's soon going to be 10 and onward, and
Yes.
and we're going to be
blink of an eye.
exactly, and we're going to be right there at his side, just like we have for these first 5 years of his life.
Yeah, Dashy, you'll never know any different. Never any different.
With that thick tail of yours, you got the thickest tail.
He does.
What's with that thick tail?
You're a big boy, Dash.
Let's go see what your neighbor's doing.
I know, I
Goofy.
did see Indy again for a moment. She's buzzing around. That's
Okay.
to be expected with her. I feel like if the humans come to say hello, she likely will come to say hello too.
Hello. I'll be saying hello, as with Olivia, during our triple match power hour from 3 to 4 p.m., where if you call the Wildcat Sanctuary at 320-245-6871, myself or Olivia will be taking your call and your triple gift, and hopefully enjoying a nice little exchange about the rescues here at the Wildcat Sanctuary that we all love so much. So don't forget about that, and still happening simultaneously at 3 p.m. You'll have to be double dipping. Tammy's going to be doing a Wildcat wrap-up. Of course, talking about some unique and fun details here in the Wildcat Sanctuary world, but also just getting thankful and excited for the final hours of Miracle Match and triple donations. And as well as promoting that power hour where Olivia and I will be kind of right outside her office. And did you? I think she was about to zoom and then
she was too.
and then
Oh
slipped.
my gosh. And
That's okay.
And I was it's so funny, Judson, because I was looking at her paws and I was thinking to myself, I was half expecting her to jump up with the mud there and spray us with mud, and she just slipped. It's muddy.
She says, but I'm a tiger. I don't get embarrassed.
I know, she just kept moving.
I don't get red in the face.
Hi.
Yeah, she says, I'm a team player. I just keep moving.
Look at her. It's like she's been taking a bath in her own little natural swimming pool.
I was going to give a little bit of, of just a heads up that we've, with the rain that we've been having, we have orange tigers, we have white tigers, and brown tigers. Indy, being one of the kind of leading the charge in that department. But still, nothing like a little puddle, kind of puddle jumping and puddle splashing here in the spring of the year. I think that's very apropos for a young tiger like Miss Indy here. And, well, we all did it when we were kids, stomping around.
You were talking about Thor with his little moat that he favors and perhaps exacerbates. And I think that's the case with young tigers like Indy. They find, just a little bit of give in a soft spot of mud, and then it becomes a tiger pool by how much they're visiting it. So Indy doing a little bit of her own landscaping, but soon, Judson, I think soon, probably within the next month, pools will start to flow here at the Wildcat Sanctuary.
I won't even say within the next, couple weeks even.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely still, it got down in the 30s today. Not freezing, but still a little chilly. Ooh, I was going to watch that lifted tail. Olivia, the comments, I know they're there. Listen, any of the good folks and rolling on some fresh green grass.
Oh my goodness, Judson,
Talk to me.
$130
Whoa.
I'm going to figure out who donated, but thank you.
Oh,
And
Miss
Indy.
Indy.
Says thank you too.
She says those are groans of thanks. Well, that is just awesome, Olivia. We are at $130. We set a $200 goal for ourselves. And my, oh my, we are closing in on that goal. Thank you, everyone who's given. Olivia's going to find a little bit more detail. But my, oh my, so many reasons to be thankful here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And today is one of those days. Miss Stocky Tiger.
Hi. Well, it's not letting me many of you who gave right now. But that said, we will be sure to circle back around and thank you later. If you were one of the people that gave on this live post, please let us know. I'm watching the comments here. Lots of people cracking up about Indy's comedic slip in the mud, but also acknowledging that she was not fazed by it at all.
She says, yeah, I think that's another thing. You know, I often kind of talk about all the things we can learn from our rescues, and certainly kind of the biggest one of thinking about the situations that they've come from and been rescued from, and the ability to forgive humans.
Okay, we're getting some help here,
okay,
Judson.
What's going on?
Marcy gave $100.
What?
Thank
Okay.
you,
Marcy, huge. $100 towards our goal, cutting it in half. Thank you.
That is awesome.
That is, Marcy. Awesome. Thank you.
But we'll keep watching it. Like Daisy's watching her neighbor right now. We'll be watching the comments. We'll be watching to see if we reach that goal. But thank you everyone so far, and then of course to those who have given off of Facebook too. Thank you.
Yes, big thank you.
Linda just called in her donation. Thank you, Linda.
Linda, thank you. Happy triple match, and thank you for taking advantage of the final hours of triple donations. We have seen, I can count right here, 1 tiger, 2 tiger, 3 tiger. Your gift evenly distributed between all of those tigers thanks to that match. Isn't that cool to think about? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Daisy, what are you doing, Miss Cutie? She says, well, I'm in patrol mode. I'm kind of seeing what my neighbors are up to.
People are very excited to see you, Daisy.
Yeah, I know. I am too. She says, well, in a good way, a big part of what I enjoy about the day is seeing what my neighbors are up to. And admittedly, I know that a lot of folks kind of talking about Shazam and Alyssa when Alyssa moved, but I think it's worth saying that Miss Daisy, yeah, you liked having Alyssa over there. I have to admit, I don't know how fond Alyssa was about having
a tiger neighbor,
an amazingly goofy and energetic tiger like yourself next door to her. But Daisy certainly was interested in Miss Alyssa, and she likes seeing what her neighbors are up to, and she's got a good partner with Indy next door. Hi, Miss Indy. Maria Stahl says, late to the party. Well, we're glad to have you, Maria. Yeah, you are here. And we are happy to have you.
If you're here, then you're not late to the party.
Daisy's stalking Indy. Thor's tearing up his box. Yeah. Let's go head back over to Thor.
All right, I like it.
We're dipping our fingers in all of the tiger pies here. Faith Warner doing some tagging. Miss Indy for Katie Henry, who perhaps is a sponsor parent. That's awesome of you, Faith. Maria Pagano saying she's gotten so big. That'd be Indy or Daisy? Both of them, yes. And Andrea about Miss Indy's little slip up is she totally did that on purpose. And yeah, that was what I was mentioning is, you know, certainly one thing we can learn is that aspect of forgiveness that the cats are so good at doing. And I think another thing that I like kind of taking away from the cats and thinking about is that they don't get embarrassed. They don't have a sense of shame. And it's like Indy slipping like that, but that's just not the case at all. And maybe just maybe life would be a little bit better if I cared less what people think, Dash, huh? I need to be more like Indy and just go with the flow.
Dash is cracking me up because in the midst of finding his larger beef pieces, Judson, it seems that he has dropped smaller beef pieces and he's cleaning up after himself right now.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so funny, Dash. Every last morsel you can get.
He says, I got a busy day here.
Exactly. You gotta stay fueled.
On here. Oh, and I see.
Exciting. We're up to $150.
$150
away from our goal.
There's Miss Nova taking in some sun rays from our, I was going to say supernova, but if we had a supernova happening, Olivia, I don't know if everybody'd be here. Anyways, trying to do a little play on words with Miss Nova. Failed spectacularly, Mr. Thor Jr., which is why we are.
Oh my goodness,
what are we at? Oh my word,
I refreshed
everyone.
the screen and it up it went. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thor Jr., he says, it may not look it, but this is my happy pose. Thank you, everyone. That is so awesome. We set a goal for ourselves on this live post, hoping to raise $200, knowing that 200 would be tripled. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Goal met. Thank you all. And again, the day is young. The day is quite young. We have triple donations active until 11:59 p.m. tonight. So tell your nieces, your nephews, mother, daughter, son, friend, foe, friend and foe, anyone
can unite over triple donations.
Yes, and wanting to make a difference for these rescued wildcats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And exactly, Faith, you kind of sharing our website there. I think that's the first thing I do is let them learn about us for themselves. Certainly you get to share the Wildcat Sanctuary and why you care about it in your own words. But for them to kind of form their own opinion and to learn about us too in their own right is great.
I love Thor sniffing the air right now on his back in the sun. It's so perfect for what we're talking about today. To see such a happy and content rescue here. It makes my heart so happy, Judson.
It does. It certainly does. Thor, life is sweet, and the fact that, you know, one of the aspects of the Wildcat Sanctuary is just where we're located, is not only that we're close to the public, but where we are in Minnesota. What do you hear? What do you hear?
Well, I was going to say, Judson, I hear the spring peepers right now, the frogs and the birds, and then other than that, nothing else. And even you and I this morning, Judson, I have to say it, on our drive into work, we saw turkeys, we saw a red fox, we saw deer, and we saw a coyote. So all on our drive into work this morning. Among our 150 plus rescued residents, I should say, we're so fortunate to be out here in the wild woods of northern Minnesota, and the cats just get to enjoy that. They get to be the cats they're meant to be out here.
That's right. It's, you know, the type of atmosphere that our rescues benefit from, you know, not only get to enjoy, they benefit from the type of environment that we have out here for them, and getting a dose of that peaceful setting, Thor smelling the sweet, wild Minnesota air like that. It's always a good reminder.
Exactly.
Share Harden saying recharging those batteries, a little solar powered Thor. Darlene P saying Thor is just so handsome. He is, Darlene. He is handsome, and he was one of, I was on the Tiger King rescue, and the cats did have to be sedated to remove them from their cage at the Tiger King Park, and I remember Thor Jr., kind of right outside our rescue trailer, was receiving his sedative reversals. And boom, he popped up. I remember seeing those kind of blue-green eyes open, and I just knew that we had kind of a James Dean on our hands.
I was gonna say, a handsome, perky boy.
Exactly, a Timothy Chalamet.
Oh my gosh.
Olivia, perhaps.
Timmy.
Who are some other, you know, I don't know.
Heartthrob?
Yeah, I'm out of touch.
I like Timothy Chalamet.
I guess Leonardo DiCaprio was the heartthrob of
Brad
my day.
Pitt. I don't know.
Yes, but I knew we had a Fabio on our hands, basically. Alrighty, Sherry Donaldson. Hey Sherry, glad to have you with us. I know you enjoy these lives. I'm making sure I'm not missing any more comments, questions, observations.
Oh, what a fun live, Judson, but the fun doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
Hosting all day. And then, like you said, not only will Tammy be doing a Wildcat wrap-up later, I'll call him with a donation, talk to Judson and I. Lots of fun things planned for the day, so keep an eye out on our social media. Of course, if you've already given or just aren't in the position to give, it's always helpful just to have you interacting with our social media, sharing, liking, commenting. So, I mean, all of you are already doing that right here, so thank you.
That's right. Again, a few more comments. Dave Lynch, a valuable TWS volunteer. I love the fact that TWS is out in the middle of nowhere, out in the sticks, Dave. And, you know, I think among the many kind of, you know, badges of honor that our volunteer team wear, it's worth acknowledging that, you know, you might be coming up for a volunteer shift here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. You're driving a little bit, Dave. You had to put some kind of miles behind you even to get up here to the Wildcat Sanctuary. So we're happy we're in the middle of nowhere, but just another kind of testament to the lengths that our volunteers go to help out here at the Wildcat Sanctuary.
I love seeing a chill and relaxed Nova. That's
Yeah,
how I know
do
she's
too.
content.
Well, I'm like, admittedly, Nova, she's sometimes hard to get photos of. It's not like she's elusive like a Sushi or Snow or Storm. She is just maybe so gregarious, so social.
Up in your business.
I know. So